Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to our graduation ceremony today. I'm very excited to have this opportunity and pleased to welcome everybody, parents, guardians, friends, and family of our graduates. I'd also like to recognize our Joe Foss staff that have worked so hard to make this all happen. A special thank you to them. Our special speaker this afternoon, Carolyn Downs, is here. Special guest, Superintendent Dr. Pam Holman, Assistant Superintendent Sue Simons, High School Coordinator Dr. Laura Rader, School Board members President Kent Eberty, and Vice President Doug Morrison. We thank you for taking time to come here this afternoon and share this special day with us. I'd also like to just welcome you guys and gals for a job well done. I know you had to work very hard and to make this day happen, make it possible for you. I want you to enjoy the day, relax. You've earned this opportunity to celebrate and have everybody share in this with you. At this time, I'd like to call our school counselor for Joe Foss, Ms. Sally Monroe, who will announce to us the students who earned the most credits this year. Ms. Monroe.
See if this works better down here. I think so. Welcome to everyone here today. Each year at this time, we take a look together to see. We know we've accomplished a lot. There have been hundreds of units of credit earned this year. And we take a look to see who among our students has earned the most credit. And this year, there are 3 young women who I'd like to honor at this time. As I check my bulletin, I see that there are only one of them in attendance, and I'm going to call her up in just a moment. But 2 of the 3 young women earned enough credit to graduate a full year ahead of their graduating class. So they accomplished 3 semesters of work this school year. The 2 of those young women who are not with us today are Ashley Gray and Sadie Little. So I want to recognize them even though they're not here, because I'm guessing that someone here will tell them that they were among our top credit earners. But the young woman who is here today, who did an extraordinary job and earned top honors in regard to credit completion this year, is Mallory Garcia. And I'd like for her to join me up here right now. I have a medal for her. Now we have 3 students who are going to address us with some reflections on their time at Joe Foss. And I'd like to ask them all to come to the stage, and they can decide the order in which they speak. But our speakers are Maggie Alvarez, Krista Christensen, and Joel Johnson. Come up, guys.
All right. When I was asked to do a speech for today's graduation ceremony, I was a little bit hesitant considering one of my biggest fears is speaking in front of an audience. And that and hordes of ants attacking me, that's just gross. I said yes, however, because I figured I'd talk about how amazing this place really is to people, and it is the least I could do. I wouldn't say I had it hard before I came to Joe Foss, just that I was going through a lot of medical problems that caused me to fall behind in my classes that I was previously taking. After much difficulty in trying to play catch-up, my parents and I realized we needed to do something to help me get moving on all the classes I needed to graduate. When I came to Joe Foss, everything changed in such a way I started to finally become myself again, and then some. Right away, I met people, and they were really nice and helpful if I had questions on how to get somewhere, a certain class, or even if I needed help with schoolwork. The teachers are astounding. They really put in a lot of effort into teaching us what we need to know and putting it in words so we can understand. Not only that, but they also go the extra mile by even being our friend, asking how we are doing and trying to understand what's going on in our lives. I believe a lot of teachers from those other schools really could come here and take some notes. All that in mind, though, I had kind of an epiphany as to what all that was, and it was this: to be grateful for what you have, but do not brag about it. Be thankful for the people who really care about you, but do not take advantage of them. And live life to the fullest, but do not be reckless. And always work hard at everything you do, because if you don't, you may just lose everything in a split second. I am more than grateful for what I have, because I have a home and I have food that keeps me full, and I have the knowledge to help me grow as an active member of society. I am thankful to the people who helped me get to this point, all the teachers and all my family who helped me push me to do my best and to keep on pushing. I'm living my life to the fullest every moment of every day, and without the confidence all these people put in me, including my friends, Andrew, Sam, Roman, they're all up there, I wouldn't be able to do this. Finally, I promise all of you that I will work my hardest to get fantastic grades and to meet new and inspiring people and to never give up. I appreciate all that you have done for me, and I will always be grateful and thankful for what you have done to help me get to this point in my life. Thank you.
Well, I didn't write as much as he did, but I kind of traveled along a really rough spot in my life and kind of gave up for a while there. And I decided to come back and finish with my high school diploma instead of just finishing with the GED. It's been a tough journey, but with the support of my family, my friends, and my teachers, I was able to make this actually come true. So I would just like to say thank you to everybody who's actually been here and supported me and helped me through this. Thank you.
There we go, because I know our guest speaker is as short as I am, so this is prepared. It is my honor this afternoon to introduce our guest speaker. I've known Carolyn Downs for over 15 years. I first met Carolyn when I was pretty new to Sioux Falls, and I had taken a youth group to volunteer at the banquet, where she served as an executive director for 20 years. I was amazed at how organized she was, guiding volunteers here and there and making sure that we were ready to welcome our guests, always ready with great smile and open arms. When I joined the district and the alternative school moved into this building, Carolyn was welcoming to our students, and we became regular volunteers helping to get school supplies ready and doing whatever was needed for the day. Carolyn welcomed our students as important contributing members of our community, and since then, Joe Foss has maintained a strong relationship with the banquet. With the record number of hours that our students have volunteered this year, I think that it's very fitting that our guest speaker is one that made the decision at age 42 to turn her career into one of giving to others. And this quote of hers, which I found in the Argus Leader Archives, really encompasses what education is all about, what Joe Foss Alternative is all about. She said, "It's time to inspire. It's time to lead, it's time to instruct, and it's time to step back. Today, as we step back and celebrate you guys, our students, Carolyn's words ring loud and true. So please join me in welcoming our guest speaker, Carolyn Downs.
Oh, I forgot I had said all that. Thanks, Janelle. First of all, congratulations, you wonderful young adults. It's kind of hard to follow those two wonderful young people, all they had to say, and how well they said it from their hearts. And I don't doubt that that each and every one of you could get up here and speak something from your heart that would inspire each and every one of us and bring us to tears. So you are some very special, strong, young adults. And this is kind of one of those pathways, those passages into the next part of your lives. And I am honored to be here to speak with you, not to you, but with you. And to all of those who support you, whether it be the school staff, your friends, your family, your neighbors, just know that this whole community supports you in ways that are still waiting for you to find out. Thank you for inviting me to come, Ms. Mills. I am program chairperson for the Sioux Falls Morning Optimist Club. And we would love to have each and every one of you kids sometimes become an Optimist member. You would be wonderful. And trust me, it's one of those learning things too. I have to get a little plug in there, right? But I had invited Dr. Holman to come and speak to our club members about the state of education. And she brought with her another staff person, Nicole Reiner. Thank you. And they spoke about the core program and the way teaching is now. And I was just telling Mr. Alberti here, oh my glad I'm not going to school now. I don't think I could handle that. It's wonderful, it's exciting. But along with them came Ms. Mills and two students, David and Brianna. And they talked about the Sheds of Hope project. And it brought me to tears. How many of you worked on the Sheds of Hope project here? Anyone here? No one in this group worked on that. You didn't pound a hammer, nothing? Well, that inspired me greatly. And there was more talk about that project than there was about the core program. I hate to tell you, Ms. Holman, but kids can do anything that they set their mind to. You can do anything. What is stopping you? Except maybe the thought that you can't do it. And I found out when Jamie called me who had kind of planted the seed as to me being here. And it was Miss Madsen. Now where is she? Is she not here? Lynette's not here right now. Where? Oh, she's up there. I had spoken with her, and was it your granddaughter? Your daughter, I'm sorry, okay. At the Washington Pavilion, and I just shared a brief little message. And that is a thought that I'd like to leave you with today. First, I'm going to tell you how I got there. And they said I had about 45 minutes to speak, right? I'm second oldest of a family of 11 children. Grew up in Kimball, South Dakota, 120 miles west of here. And trust me, you learn a lot growing up in a family that size. Anybody here from a large family? Anybody? There's a couple back there. Here, how many in your family, young man? 20 children? Are you kidding me? Not really. Okay. Anybody here grow up with more than 10 children in your family? How many? How many? 6, that's a lot. How many, sir? 13. You got me. We had one bathroom in the house, so we learned about being fair, being quick, and sharing a lot. But when it came time for me to graduate and even think about college in my junior year, my parents told me, "Don't worry about college, Carolyn. You may be an honor student, but there's no money, and you're not going." Okay, so I went through my senior year, worked really hard, saw my brother go off to the Air Force, knew my other brother was going off to the Air Force behind me, and they said that's how they were going to get their education. And I thought, okay, I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to work really hard, and I'm going to get some money, and I'm going to go to college. Well, that didn't happen. There were a couple bumps in the road along the way. I had a brother at the age of 12 and a sister at the age of 6 that I watched my parents bury. That was very hard, but we all learned a lot. That life is short, so do what you can in the time that you have. So I went to work, and I saved money. Worked in Mitchell, eventually moved to the big town of Sioux Falls. Scared me half to death coming here all the way from Kimball, Mitchell, Sioux Falls, but I had arrived. Got another job in a bank here and worked. And never did get to college. Got married, had 2 wonderful children that have given me 4 grandchildren. But I never went to college. So, as my kids were growing up, I started volunteering. My education came from volunteering, being on committees, meeting people, working up the ranks from a committee member to a program chairperson to the board of directors to president of the board of the YWCA, where I learned and had no knowledge of previously how to budget and handle the budget, how to take care of a facility, how to develop and manage program, how to deal with personnel, and more than that, how to fundraise. Volunteering led me to a full education for the job that was destined for me as executive director of a nonprofit. And I had no college education, but I had afforded myself giving to my community a ton of hours, a lot of time, and a lot of effort, and a lot of heart. And I saw that when Ms. Mills spoke of students from Joe Foss coming to the banquet. I could see that potential in each of those kids that came, and knowing that you are some of them. I know that hopefully you learned something by doing that, whether it be development of skills, leadership, management of your time, how to organize. You can use that as a further education for yourselves, and you can prove yourselves. I came on to the banquet as an assistant to the director, a wonderful lady who taught me so very much about loving and caring for people. When she said that she was going to retire, she looked at me and she said, "Are you interested?" And I said, oh no, I could never do that. I could never do what you do. You do it so well. She said, "Well, think about it." I was sitting in the office one day when I heard a gentleman in the kitchen who also worked on the staff say, "I think I'm going to apply for the job." And I thought, wait a minute. I think I will be in line for that job, because I don't think you'll do a very good job. So I went and spoke to the gentleman who was going to be in part of the hiring process, and I said, I can't do it like she can, but I think I can do something. And he looked at me, and this is what I told Lynette, and this is what I've told so many young people. If someone asks you to do something, and you don't think you can, please know, and please remember this. If you don't remember anything else I say today, remember this. If someone asks you to do something, they already know that you can, or they wouldn't have asked you. They already know you can. They've seen it in you by what you've done, by what you've said, by how you work. They already know you can do it, or they never would have asked you. So you have to believe in yourself. And you may have to learn some new skills to do it. You may have to learn how to believe in yourself a little bit stronger, but you can do it. And I think that's what all of these teachers, these people who have surrounded you, your family, your friends, are supporting you in today. They knew you could be here on this day, sitting here graduating. And they supported you. And they gave you little pushes and encouragement and inspiration all along the way. And here you are. Hopefully believing in yourselves now. And you will continue to do that. It's not easy. There are people who are willing to come along the way and knock you down, take your job, stand tall in front of you. Don't back down. Never say no to something that you really want. Never say no to something that you really want, because you can do it. And the attitude that gets you there, I've got a little short story here that came. It's long, but I'm going to shorten it because I really don't want to take 45 minutes. It's about a 92-year-old woman, 92 years old, still teaching. Her husband had died. She always took great care of herself, but it was time for her to move into a nursing home. And as she entered the nursing home and waited in the lobby for someone to come and take her up to her room and show her where she was going to spend the rest of her life, she watched the lady come towards her. She got up with her walker. She followed her, got into the elevator, and the young assistant started telling her about her room. Oh, it's this room, it's this color. This lady, by the way, was legally blind. But she started describing her room to her. And the lady said, "Oh, it's beautiful. I love it." And the young assistant said, "But wait a minute, you haven't even seen it." And she said, "I know, but I love it." And the lady said, "But how?" I'm going to read you what she said. "It doesn't have anything to do with it that I haven't seen it. Happiness is something you decide on ahead of time. Happiness is not whether I like my room or not. It doesn't depend on how the furniture is arranged. It's how I arrange my mind. I already decided to love it. It's a decision I make every morning when I wake up. I have a choice. I can spend the day in bed recounting the difficulty I have with the parts of my body that no longer work, or that I can't see what I'm eating or out the window. Or if I get out of bed and be thankful for the things that I can see and the things that I can do. Each day is a gift, and as long as my eyes open, I'll focus on the new day and all the happy memories I've stored away. It's an attitude of gratitude for what we have. I think the young man who Mr. Peterson, Mr. P, I hear he's called here, was down the hall and he said, "No hats." He said, "No hats in school." And I said, "That is a young man with character. I love it." Each of you have something that is so unique about yourselves. Find what it is. As Janelle said, I was 42 when I got my first real job. I wished that I wouldn't have waited so long to find out what I really love to do. But I learned so much in the 20 years at the banquet. I learned about people, and they taught me. They taught me about humility, gratefulness, love, sharing, fairness. Some of the things that I heard you two young adults come up and speak about. How grateful you are for people who gave you a chance, who believed in you. Now go forth. Believe in yourself. Make a difference in this community. Get involved. You'll be amazed at the people you meet and where they take you with them. Go, have fun, enjoy life. I have something that sits on my computer, and I read it often. And maybe it's more for my age, but I think it's appropriate for every age. Wait to worry. Keep an attitude of gratitude. Your health is your wealth. Joy boomerangs. Learn to say no. Understand the power of discipline. And surround yourself with positive people. But more than that, remember, when someone asks you to do something, they already know you can do it. So believe in yourself. And again, congratulations. Each and every one of you can make a big difference in the life of your family, of your community, of this nation. And in doing that, you'll make a difference in your own life. God bless you all.
Thank you, Carolyn, for sharing with us this afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Sheila Casella, and I have the privilege of serving as the GED coordinator for the school district. The school-based GED program is completing its third year as part of the Sioux Falls School District. We've had over 75 students earn their GED to date. Some students took their final test last week, and I have a few more taking their final test later this week. Many of our graduates have gone on to college or technical school, the military, and greater employment opportunities. Students who work on their GED come from all 4 high schools here in Sioux Falls. They work on subject areas like students do in the high school setting. There are 5 tests that make up their GED: writing, social studies, science, reading, and math. Students in each program area study for the test, take official practice tests to be recommended, and then take their official test. If they meet the scoring guidelines set by the state of South Dakota, they are a graduate. And just a word, too, that the South Dakota guidelines are higher than a lot of other states across the country. Each graduate listed on the program set a personal goal to accomplish their GED. In order to make this goal a reality, it required coming to school, it required using time wisely, and it required doing their best. At times there were obstacles, but each of them kept working to overcome the obstacles to reach their goal. There are people that I'd like to thank for helping these students achieve their goal. Parents and family, thank you for your encouragement and support. Mr. Evian and school administration, Mr. Reinhardt and other students or other people for assisting in the classroom, fellow teachers, and coworkers from all the high schools and other GED students. Congratulations for students for believing in yourself and making this dream come true. On the program, you're going to see a list of students that have completed their GED. Yesterday afternoon, I learned that there were 4 more graduates. And I'm going to mention their names, and then I'll introduce you to the ones that are here. The 4 most recent graduates are Rigel Bigshield, Jesse Curtis, Sierra Ramsdale, and Chris Rise Schrader. Now I want to introduce you to the students that are here today for their graduation. Rigel Bigshield. Go ahead and stand. Jesse Curtis. Chris Grisham, Carlene Korstead, Jacob Minders. And those are the ones sitting over there right now. I want to thank you guys so much for your hard work. I enjoyed working with each one of you, and I wish you only the best in the future.
At this time, we're going to recognize the graduates in attendance today. Before we do that, I want to let all of you know that we set a record this year for graduates. We have 130 completers in this school year. That beats our old record of 108. So you can see we are 22 more graduates from this year. Students graduate anywhere from the first week of school up until, well, today. And so they go many different directions. We're privileged today to have a group of about 30 who are still in the community and made the choice to be with us here, and it's my pleasure to introduce them at this time to you. Graduates, when you hear your name, please come and receive recognition, handshakes, congratulations. The other thing I want you to know is Foss has secured some t-shirts for you all. So once this program is completely done, would you please come back to the stage area, and there will be some staff who help you find one that's just your size. All right, graduates, here we go. Tiana R. Barnes. Amanda L. Bartels. Christy A. Beverly. Alyssa J. Christensen. Krista M. Christensen. Sarah A. Costa. Cassandra L. Crowell. Jonathan A. Denoyer. Duker. Lauren R. Fontenay. Alex P. Freeze. Mallory E. Garcia. Sarah L. Hermanson. Brittany A. Jensen. Casey R. Johnson. Joel P. Johnson. Casey J. Miller. Nicole M. Miller. Ellie D. Mound. Sterling R. Peliquin. Sarah M. Rico. Mark A. Russell. Sarah A. Sorensen. Danica R. Turpinning. Nathan J. Trujillo. Kiefer D. Trumbull. Brittany N. Yeager. Chandler B. Zweigart. Your class of 2012.
When the slideshow was over, that's why I took the mic away. When the slideshow was over, everybody's going to stay around for juice and coffee and cake. If you'd exit through that doorway, come down the hallway, because it's right out here, please. So if you're going to stick around for the coffee, punch, and cake, exit this way, please. Thank you.